Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last video, we escaped from the Abyssal Station and picked up Todd in the process of doing so. He was waiting for us inside our submarine. We surfaced back near the quarry, and we let Todd know we need to find someone who could take care of him because we can't do it. I came back here and sold a bunch of stuff, and my plan was to begin to make some inquiries about where we could find a place for Todd, to see if any of the other people that we've worked with for the other types of organizations would have room for him, besides just handing him over to the Ferryman and handing him over to, or Agents Incorporated, both of which I've done in the past. However, I wasn't able to do so, or rather I haven't done so yet, because when I walked out of the front gate of, when I took the elevator down to the front entrance of Core City, John the Beautiful was waiting there for me and let me know that Aaron is waiting for me in the bar up here in the Core City. So, I would like to find out a little more about Aaron before we go and speak with him. Aaron's the one who wants the acorn and works for Dis. And he is willing, or some organization, it might be the Protectorate actually. So we should make a few inquiries about this before we decide to hand over this device to him. But I'm thinking we will, unless he's 100% Protectorate agent, we will hand over the device to him. It'll be the first time I've ever done so, and I would like to know if it alters the ending at all about this device. So, lots of spoilers here, everyone. When I've handed off the device in the past, I've beat the game like 5 times since the Black Sea DLC has come out. I think 3 of those times I've just handed it over to Professor Oldfield. One of those times I kept it for myself, and another time I handed it over to Oculus. This will be the first time I'm handing it over to Aaron, if I do so. Hey pal, got the food ready? Hey John, I need some specific information. That's what I'm saying. Prepare some food and let's get started. Aaron, tell me what you know about him. My inner being's yearning for some bacon and cheese. Between 2 slices of root bread, here you go. Yeah, what is life without bacon? Now, pal, this guy came here somewhere around the time the Black Sea Expedition boats came back for resupply. Around that time, he approached me and inquired about everything that's been going on in Core City in the past few weeks. And I mean everything, pal. Especially about the expedition. I got so much canned food out of it, I'm good for... Anyway, he's looking for something. That something's most likely related to the expedition. Yeah. I don't know what it is exactly, but whatever it is, it's gotta be the reason he's after you. When your name came up, pal, he got really interested. He nods on pulling a piece of bacon out of the sandwich and eating it with delight. Tell me about the man himself. He's the kind of man that's not too pleased about hauling food to me, but we, struck a deal in the end. The man means business, knows how to do business. But he's Hexagonian. I can bet this sandwich, I can bet this sandwich on. It's the way he dresses, the equipment he's got, the attitude. Hexagonian. Okay, he might not be Protectorate then. Who he's working for? That's a more difficult question. There are plenty of factions in Hexagon, most of them pretty low-key. He could be a lone gun as well, a lone sword in his case. He's well equipped, and the toys he's got don't come cheap, so there. And that's all I got for you. Takes a bite of the sandwich. Hot damn, pal, this dominates. And the cheese, oh boy. Take care, John. See ya. Alright, so we didn't learn if he works for the Protectorate, so I don't think I'd have a problem. I don't think Decker would have a problem selling him the device we just picked up. Although Oculus might also be interested in it. I have already handed it over to them once. why don't we see how this conversation goes with Aaron? And then I'll start going to these other factions and inquiring at the leaders to see if they'll take on Todd. And if none of them react, we'll go ahead and hand him over to Ages Incorporated. I know that's not the best ending for him, but I think it's what Decker would do. Oh, actually, hold on. I think I was thinking about this at the end of the last episode. Is it what he would do? He did inquire with the Ferrymen. Maybe I'll roll dice to decide where Decker will drop him off. I don't think he'd give it too much thought. It's hard to tell with Decker because there's a whole lot of his personality that I am effectively making up. There was only a little bit explained in the Invisible Ink game. Explained? Detailed. He addresses you calmly. His voice not only unhindered by his mask, but rather sounds more resonant and clear than a voice should be. His right hand rests comfortably on the table. His left remains on the hilt of his sheathed sword at all times. Decker. The one and only. I'm Aaron, a representative of the United Stations, even though I may not look the part. Alright, that's a bad introduction for Decker, because we joined the Free Drones. I see the United Stations have a very lenient dress code up north. Their code is rather strict, but it doesn't apply to me. We are not in North Underrail. I have information that you've joined Dr. Oldsworth's expedition to the Black Sea, and may be in possession of an object called the Acorn. If that is true, the United Stations are very, very interested in this object. They would gladly pay you a generous sum of money for it. No questions asked how you obtained it. How could you possibly know whether I have such a thing? I know. We'll taunt them. It's true. I have the Acorn. He nods. Well, how much do we hate the Protectorate with Decker? Completed all the quests for the Free Drones so far. We've seen them torture people, but Decker probably wouldn't care that much. Not if the money's right. It's gonna cost you a lot. I'm offering you 15,000 charons, it being the preferred currency in these parts. Holy crap! Oh, I might have left the Acorn in my house. Tell me about the Acorn. What's the deal with it anyway? The professor hadn't told you anything about it. He did, but not enough. Don't expect me to overly illuminate you either, but... Very well. There's no reason to hide anything at this point. The Acorn is a device capable of autonomously manufacturing highly complex things out of whatever materials are available to it. I couldn't possibly give you the details of the process itself, but some of the things it is capable of producing cannot be accomplished by any other means. At least not easily or as well. You must already be thinking, what can I do with such a thing? But the truth is, you can't do anything. You can't open a container. It has a quantum near-field lock that can only be opened by a coded signal. A coded signal lost in time. And that lock is so advanced not a single one has ever been fooled. Truthfully, between you and me, I doubt the experts of the United Stations will be up to the task. Once I figure out that they'll turn to someone else for help. Hexagon, perhaps. So in the end, your options are rather limited, you know. You could try wasting your time, but no one here will get the goods inside, so it will inevitably end up in the north anyway. Few even know what the Acorn is, so if you decide to sell it, you're unlikely, let's be straight with each other, you'll never get as good of a deal as I'm offering you right here, right now. So just cut out the middleman and walk away rich. I get the impression that the preferred outcome is for the Acorn to ultimately end up in Hexagon, you being Hexagonian yourself. I am Hexagonian, in fact. I'm not attempting to conceal. I'm a loyal servant to the United Stations, make no mistake. But when it comes to technology, Hexagon is unrivaled. which is another fact I won't conceal. It is not a preferred outcome. It is perhaps inevitable. I don't have it on me at the moment. Let me go get it, and we can continue our negotiations. I see you've taken all necessary precautions. Very well. I'll wait. I'll wait. Just don't make me think you're not coming back. We'll sell it to him. We'll do it. 15,000 Charos is a lot of money. Holy flippin' crap. I can't imagine Decker saying no to that. We've been playing him as a very greedy jerk. And so, yeah, we're absolutely selling to that. If what he says is also true, night stations won't be able to do anything with this. And to my recollection and knowledge, he is accurate. If we were to bring it to Azif, he would tell us the same thing. And Oculus itself is unable to open it with all the information that they possess. Where did I put it, though? I think I have it upstairs. Here it is. By the way, we didn't read about it, so let's take a look at it now. Acorn is written on its top face, just below a white symbol most resembling a diagonally placed egg, whose upper half is enclosed by a semicircle with a bent stalk at the very top. It appears to be a container of some kind, one that seems to open horizontally in the middle. You are, however, unable to find the means by which to do so. There are no handles, no locks, no buttons, touchscreens, or visible sensors. Additionally, the robust casing easily discourages brute force, at least by more conventional means. Whatever is inside is likely invaluable. You know, Aaron's rather polite, all things considered. I like his, assuming he's not lying, and I don't think he is because I've gathered all the information about the Acorn in the past. The dude, by the way, will tell you similar information if you bring the Acorn to him. I did hold on to it to the very, very end of the game and tried to ask Six about it, but I couldn't figure out an option to do so. Oh, that's interesting. He's not here. Well then. This makes me think that he is not willing to pay the money for this device, or too much time elapsed from when I was told about his desire to speak with me, and now. That's a shame. I could reload the game and bring it with me to him, but I'm not going to do so. A handful of things here. Decker was not smart enough to avoid going into the house and going downstairs. What this means is that if he's down there, I'm saying he probably followed us then to see where we live in order to take it without paying any money. It's, after all, $15,000 more in his pocket if he gets it without giving us anything. Oh, but he's not here. Okay. Well, let's check the bar again. I did not see him there. Right, he totally was not at the bar. So unless he stepped out briefly. So, Aaron will try to assassinate you in your home. I know he'll do it if you don't give him the acorn. He'll pretend he's leaving, and then some random point in the future, Okay. Hey, if you're looking for the guy in black and red cloak, he left. He looked like an action figure. Alright, I'm going to assume that we are now marked for death. And that Aaron's going to try to assassinate us. Interesting. That's such a shame, Aaron. I wanted to see the end of the game with this. I'm not willing to reload the game to do this. If this is what you do if I don't keep it on me, I've learned a lesson about this as well. Good God. The guy couldn't wait just 5 minutes. Well, we're not going to... Oh, maybe we should keep it on me. Because he may decide to investigate my home and take it from here if we don't keep it on ourselves. It'd be kind of neat also if Aaron showed up like... Well, actually, to be honest, so he's always showed up to be down in the basement. And to be quite fair, the vast majority of people who play this game probably don't go anywhere else, and they don't they probably don't do what I do and go all out on the house and buy everything, right? Most folks aren't going to do that. We can go back and maybe John the Beautiful knows where he went, but I have a hunch we're just on his crap list and he's going to look to assassinate us. Hope he doesn't do so. So let's go to Southgate Station. And we'll inquire from Hammond if they will take in Todd. We could also ask Vera. Either of them might work for the leadership currently here. Oh, Hadrian, not Hammond. Decker. Oh, interesting. We can give Hadrian Tanner the acorn. That's interesting. I'm definitely not going to do that. We don't really have a whole lot of loyalty to Southgate Station any longer. I can't ask about Todd either. Let's check with Vera. And everyone, this video may be me just walking around a lot and talking to a bunch of people. I don't expect there to be much combat in this, with the exception of Aaron waiting for us. How can I help you, Decker? Alright, so we can't ask Southgate Station to take Decker in. I doubt Oculus will do so either. So, Oculus. Yes. Nope. Okay. So I think it is really just going to be... It's only going to be Agents Incorporated, or it's going to be the Ferryman. I wonder. Can we give the acorn to the free drones? I mean, I doubt they have the means to actually open this, but they're one of many cells. And I've never given it to the free drones. I've never given it to Hadrian Tanner either, but I don't intend to give it to Tanner. Also, I guess we can also ask these guys about Todd. So this would be the last organization I think I'll be willing to check if they'll take Todd. I already know the dude won't take Todd in. Because I've talked with the dude before. I actually went to his place and picked up a few more rounds of the juice. Holy crap, we can give him the acorn. Let's ask Trenton about this. Have you ever heard of the acorn, Trenton? AKA A-C-O-N-R. A-C-O-N-R. Acorn? Huh. Never heard anything of such a thing. What is it? Something to do with the Protectorate? I know they're not going to be able to open it. We'll give it to him anyway. Yeah, let's... Well... You know, I haven't seen the ending if we give it to the free drones. We could get a lot more money giving it to someone else, though. Oh, man, we really could. Oculus will pay for it. Nothing to do with the cans. Actually, never mind. There are more pressing matters right now than that. And we can't ask him about the acorn again. Yeah, we're not gonna... Okay, we won't give it to him. There's no money in it. Alright, so... Aaron left. That was 15,000 charons. That would be 3 super steel plates. That would have been perfect. And a bunch more cash. We could still give it to Professor Oldfield. We'll get paid there too, then. But I also have no reason to doubt what Aaron told us. I think we'll give it to Oculus again. So let's talk with Azif. Or I could reload the game, grab it, talk with Aaron, just to get that ending. You know what, everyone? I don't really ever do this, but we'll do it today. I forgot that I had left the device here, actually, when I went to see Aaron. He may also still show up to kill us, even if we give it to him. But we'll find out. So, let's do... Oops. Let's do the thing I did earlier and talk with John. Actually, I'll be right back, everyone. I will be back when I'm in the bar speaking with Aaron again. 1 second. Alright, everyone. We're back. Aaron is now offering us the cash again, 15,000 bucks. We don't have any mercantile, and it looks like we can probably get him up to $20,000. Looks like we could also ask for his sword. It's a nice weapon, but it's not in theme for Decker. So, actually, I didn't ask about that, so I'll say that really quick. Okay, so let's make the deal. 15,000 coins sounds like a good deal to me. Excellent. We have a deal, then. He rises. I need a moment to collect your money. I will be back shortly, and then we can make our exchange. He comes back a few minutes later, carrying a bag of coins, which he promptly places with a thud on his side of the table. Give him the acorn, and take the money. He slides the bag of money into your hands while you push the acorn to him. He takes the acorn, glancing at its unusual features before placing it by his side. Very good. The United States are thankful for your cooperation, Decker. And so am I. You have made my job a lot simpler. pleasure doing business with you. Goodbye, Decker. Before we do that, though, can we pick his pocket? Can we take it back? That'd be kind of hilarious. Ah, we cannot take it back. Right, that is a shame. Right, we'll grab plasma. All right, and we gained 15,000 bucks and 2 Audi points. Done. We will accept that as the end result for the acorn, which will also give us an ending I haven't seen before for him. The ending of the game works a bit like Fallout. So we will see what happens to various people, places, and objects, the acorn in particular. All right. So we've already walked around and talked to everyone about Todd, and no one there wants to take him. So we're all done. Let's go ahead and head back to the Black Sea Expedition Camp. And it's time for us to tell Dr. Oldfield about what happened. Minus the acorn. He raises his head from behind the monitor. Yes? I have a report to make about the Abyssal Station. Tell me everything. Explain to him what you discovered. Both the Professor and the Chief listen to your story of descent into the abyssal depths of the Black Sea, arrival to what is a dilapidated monument to both the Lemurians' ability to adapt and survive, and to their ironic, almost paradoxical inability to do just that. In silence, they wait for you to finish. Then, after I managed to get away from the Shadowlet's influence, I got back to the submarine and successfully surfaced. By the caverns. As amazed as he is without a doubt, you can see it in his eyes that what he is waiting for you to tell him is about something. The acorn was nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, Professor. As if you've punched him in the face, the Professor stumbles back and sits on his bed. He removes his glasses, tears rolling down his cheeks. So, it's all for nothing. For nothing. Do not despair, Professor. It is beyond our powers. We've done plenty here. The expedition is a success. But the dead sect troopers. This is our job, Professor, our duty. Every sect trooper came here willingly to give his or her life for this expedition. Those who did will be buried with the greatest of honors upon our return. It takes him a moment to recover, but then he puts his glasses back on and gets up slowly as if drained of all his life energy. What are your orders, Professor? Time for us to leave. We've managed to collect so far and can be loaded to our ships we'll bring with us. The rest is up to the sea. Richard, it's time to inform your sect troopers. The Black Sea expedition is over. Even though we haven't found the acorn, I simply can't put my gratitude into words, Decker. If you ever find yourself in Dis, please stop by the university. You will always be welcome. Unless you have anything to ask me, you're free to leave. Oh, and don't forget to take the possessions from your footlocker. One more thing, Professor. There's someone I haven't mentioned yet. A person I met in the Abyssal Station. I'd like to bring him to the camp. A person? By the caverns! A Lemurian called Todd. The Professor takes a step back and sits on his bed. Bring with him a cup of water. He looks at you somewhat dazed but smiling before speaking. By all means, Decker, go and bring Todd to the camp. You bring Todd to the camp. You told him where he would be going and tried preparing him as best you could to what he was going to encounter, but you knew he was inevitably going to be intimidated by his first encounter with the outside, and such an overwhelming one at that. As you led him through the camp, everyone turned around and stared in utter disbelief at this man wearing a suit of the style everyone could now identify as being a Lemurian. And Todd, he stared at them too, at all these strange people in this large room with a jagged ceiling. The confinedness of the professor's tent has a relaxing effect on Todd after being exposed to the spaciousness of the outside. The professor introduces himself and the chief, who silently just nods, does his best to make his guests as comfortable as possible, at the same time doing his best to prevent his own fascination from overwhelming him. The conversation starts with simple questions with short, straightforward answers, then develops into a proper conversation about the outside, Abyssal Station, and a variety of topics. And you just stand aside and listen. The chief, however, himself too an interocular, whispers something into the professor's ear, bringing the conversation to a halt before calling his sect troopers. Todd is, for the time being, going to be in Seeger's tent, while the rest of the camp undertakes all preparations for the expedition's departure. Todd, still somewhat shy, feels rather confident, although he hesitates for a brief moment before being led into the open space. He speaks to you, his stare distant and filled with excitement. By the caverns, I just talked to a Lotaeri. What's gonna happen now? Yes. Well, he's coming with us to North Underrail. Goodness me, this is incredible. Todd just might be one of the greatest discoveries of recent times. A living Lotaeri. A Lotaeri Decker. It's indescribable. He's a human being, Professor. Don't forget that. Your remark immediately grounds him. Oh, yes. You're right, yes. I'm very sorry. I simply got carried away. In any case, Todd is going to be with Seeger now. It's the best place for him, as he'll be away from all the current commotion. Oh, I should tell him not to give him coffee. Do you think Biocorp knew about the Abyssal Station or Shadowlith? What if they feared facing what was down there and retreated because of it? That's what I think. I think Biocorp knew the Shadowlith was there, and that is why they came here and bombarded all of Lotaeri to destroy them. Later on, we'll discover that Biocorp was aware of these monoliths, so maybe information got out. That's what I think. He makes a long, thoughtful pose. To that, I'm afraid I couldn't possibly give you an answer. Goodbye, Professor. Alright, let's say goodbye to the other people here at the camp. They seem to be having another discussion and are unaware of your presence. Listen to the conversation. So, Marky, this is it. We're leaving the Hell's Gut. Yeah. It was horrible. Pipe working. Since we arrived here, we've had to deal with bugs and giant serpents. Them toxic crap tubes, diseases, sickness, dominated by stinking germs, native attacks, chalk zoners, pirates, sea zoners, food shortages, pipe working canned eels. Frankly, Tone, I really miss some hardcore grinding. Lendelman's eyes flare up. Damn. That's what I wanted to hear from you, Marky. Unadulterated, straight to the point grinding. He looks up through a hole in the tent roof. If there is anything good about you, Hell's Gut, it's that you made this man just a bit less la-di-da. Thank you, Hell's Gut. Thank you. So, Lily? Marcus shows his ring. Nope. Maria. Oh, well. As long as we're getting some lovely lady posterior. Ha! You can sound cultured when you want to, huh, Tone? Hey, Tone ain't no bone, boy. Just don't get too used to it. I'm actually gonna miss you, too. Letterman nods. Now, as much as I like hanging out with you two, I can't wait to get out of this pipe-working place. He leaves his forehead with a handkerchief and squeezes it by his side. Yeah. Anything you need before the laborers start taking things out? Nope. See you some other time. Actually, there might be. Let's go check our footlocker really quick. Nope. We can't sell these here. I guess I will take these out of the tent, though. We'll talk with all the other people. We'll talk with Todd, and then we're done with the Black Sea. Well, kind of. There's still more stuff to explore, and there's probably more oddity points listed here, but I want to venture back in the standard Underrail for a little bit. We will see about joining the university. You find the doctor nervously filling a trash bag with some medical waste. You get the feeling he's throwing away things he both should and shouldn't. Damn expedition. Should have listened. What's the matter? We're getting out of this place. He kicks the bag in anger, sending its contents all over the place. We're leaving it, but is it leaving us? He grabs his head. I can't shake it off. This. He pauses, holding a pillbox in his hand he was ready to throw away. He looks at it, shakes it, then returns it to one of his first aid kits. I see the proper cigarette again. Or it doesn't. Not these things you gave me, but my favorite. Lucky shot. I came here for some medical supplies. Before you pack it all up. He nods. Decker, you want the implant out? I happen to have an extraction tool here. Should work. We haven't fully explored everything in this location. And if I want oddity points, it might come in useful. No, might need it still. It's your call. Change your mind before we pack up. See me. Let me get some medicine. So before we leave, I will take all of the antidotes he's got. We didn't read any of those computer, I forget what they're called, Full M7s. We didn't read any of those, but we're not going to. You find Seeger packing his equipment, scratching his head in wonder as to why a particular device won't fit the box. He occasionally glances at Todd, who is amusing himself with a mobile computer bearing a University of Dis logo, himself also furtively glancing at the coffee maker. Hey! Coffee's a no-no! Professor, kill Jeremy! Kill! If Todd drink coffee, gets sick. Blah. Why are you talking funny? Just don't touch the X in coffee, okay? He then turns to you. Hey, Decker. Having some fun with Todd, I see. He's Excel. I'm just on the X, as they say. Don't want him hurt himself. There was something I needed from you before we get out of here. Go ahead. Just keep... Oh, we already asked this about XR. Go ahead. Just keep it quick. I gotta pack this stuff up, and of course, I gotta do it all by myself. And I'm not keen on being left behind. Zyle. Alright, so we already asked him about this. Oh! Todd has something to say. Your first name was confused. Todd was probably... I didn't realize this would be the case. I'm so sorry. I think he probably asked Todd to keep it between all of you. Okay. XR is short. Let me just... see if there's anything else. Okay, nothing else that Todd spoke about. Hi, Mr. Outsider. This man's hair scares me. But as we play games. How are you faring, Todd? Hey, did you see all the people? Did you? Oh, I could never have imagined there'd be so many people in the same place all at once. So many. He's going to a city. He'll be going to Dis. My goodness, he'll be overwhelmed. The old man was nice. We talked a lot about Lemuria. He was nice, but other people looked at me strange. But the funny man told me I was his favorite. Piper. Yes, Piper. I don't know what that means, but he was good to me. The outside, he looks up. It's so big. Enormous. I can jump as high as I want and not hit my head. I can run freely in this large room, just like my ancestors. And everything is moving, but really moving and not like on a screen. I can work on something and do it right, like I used to. I'm still afraid, though. But I'm not alone, no. My family's gone. But I hope to have a new family. I feel like a new man. Good to hear, Todd. I have to go now. Take care. He nods. Thank you, Mr. Outsider. And I don't think I ever actually stopped by to talk with the chief. So let's say goodbye to him as well. Decker, is everything in order? Came in to say goodbye. You did excellent work, Sec Trooper. You are the reason for this expedition's success, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you personally. You are hereby dismissed from your duty as a sec trooper, Decker. Now pack your bags. Moving out soon. I did like working for this group, even though they are Protectorate. But Decker's not full in, I guess, on the... He would be if we were playing him directly from Invisible Ink. Maybe we could pretend that he actually did do a bunch of reading about the Protectorate and is full-on a member of the Free Drones, but then I would have given that device to the Free Drones. So I guess we're not going to do that. Alright, let's head back home. And I'm expecting to be entering combat here. Nope. No! No. We might not do so, because I don't think he's going to attack us. Okay. We've got maybe 10 more minutes. We have a little bit of juice left. So why don't we repair... Actually, let me go back to Southgate Station really quick. You know, I should have asked Hadrian Tanner about the acorn. He might have actually been able to tell us a little bit about it, being that he is a being from a different dimension. Lots of spoilers. Lots of spoilers for everyone. So, let's also talk briefly about the end of the game. So, Todd's not going to have a good ending working for Agents Incorporated. Eventually, the university's going to want to do some studies and tests on him. But he will eventually, I think, be okay. And you've got nothing here I'm interested in. Okay. As for the acorn, if you give it to Professor Oldfield, it will end up being taken away from him anyway. I get the impression it's stolen, and you don't know what ends up happening with it. I don't think that's the case if you give it to Oculus. If you keep it for yourself, no one ever discovers it. So I'm curious, since we gave it to Aaron, if it will go missing, as it would have if you give it to the Professor Oldfield. I'm also curious if the next game they're working on for Underrail, which is not a continuation of this protagonist, but a different protagonist, I wonder if... I wonder if the choices this protagonist made will come into play then, in some fashion. If Decker would see Todd, for example, in Dis, if it takes place there. I get the impression the next of these games will take place in Dis or Hexagonia. I still know nothing else about the next game, though, unfortunately, everyone, so I can't tell you more about it. Did I bring food with me? I did not. Okay, let's get some food. Hey, Mo. I'll take some of this. And one of these. Alright, so... what's next? What have we not done? We've only got another, like, 8 minutes or so. We explored all of Upper Underrail? Except the Lunatic Mall. Do we have a quest yet from the university? That would be Southgate Station. We still didn't find what happened to Terry and Laura Baker. Really? then we should do that first. Do I not have their key card? No, I don't. Okay, I missed them. So I know where that's located, and I didn't go to the right place here no, I didn't port here. I took the elevator. I think Oculus is the closest place to there. Let's go ahead and find what, I know where that location is. We have to go down into the tunnels. That's right, the caves. And we'll complete that quest. I guess we'll take a look and see if there's any other quests that still need wrapping up that I know I can complete. And if there are, we'll do that, and then we'll see about entering the University of Chort. It's around here somewhere, if I recall correctly. Oh my goodness, Cypher, you scared the heck out of me. I forgot you were going to do this. Now we'll take all that garbage, leave it someplace else. So what else is in the future for Decker? Oddity points. I would like to be up another level before we go to the deep caverns. I think it's going to be really difficult for us to gain 2 levels. I just don't see that happening. God, it's been an age since I was down in the deep caverns with an oddity character. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Hey, Rude Rob. Let's see. Did I pick up anything you want? A bottle. You'll buy a bottle? I can't even trade it to you. I'm not allowed to trade it to you. Okay. Is there any barrels out here we can throw this junk in? There is not. Alright, then we're gonna have to fight some Psy Beetles. Okay, let's charge up. We want to charge the big one. Sprint. We're immediately going to try to stun it. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is try... no, we should try stunning it. Good. Expose weakness. We missed. That sucks. We do have W3... We do by AP rounds. So hopefully we can still kill it. Alright, not so bad. Let's reload. Let's take that loot so we can get rid of it. Oh, apparently I've been dropping garbage here. So we will continue to drop all sorts of garbage there that I don't want. Alright. We gotta go this way, Tim. So, I really like the Black Sea Expedition DLC. I thought the difficulty was perfect for it. You're encouraged to get over there around level 20. Both in, obviously, Oddity mode or Classic mode. And the creatures over there are quite different than what you normally are fighting. Like, you have to have different tactics to defeat them. Which I thought is really nice. At the same time, nothing there is Well, except for perhaps like the multiple Naga protectors. Nothing there felt... feels that difficult, as long as you're well prepared for it. You can go there, I think, as early... I think... Oh! Well, you have to be able to convince one of the teams to let you join, which means that you need to, like, destroy the beast. Or do well in the arena. Oh, the arena. We still gotta do all the arena stuff, too. Oh, and I should do the freaking gauntlet if I want more Audi points. God. Do I want to do that? Not really, but I know I should do it. Hold on, let's go this way. But I really enjoy it. I like the writing. They did a great job on all the writing for that area. The Fold M7s have some of the best writing I've read in a long time. The game is right up there with what I consider some of the better games with writing and lore in it. I don't know why I was so harsh on the game for my initial review when I did it like 2 years ago. I think it was because of the interface. I think there was 1 or 2 glitches I encountered, and there were some balance issues that I did not like at the time. But all of those issues have now been addressed since then. So the game's probably going to get much higher marks from me this time around. I do eventually intend to get my review system up and running again. Not that anyone really cares. Nothing in the backpack. So you have a backpack, a dead man in this cave, and a lot of acid all over the place. And Terry Baker's keycard. This keycard was found on the body of a dead man, which was located in a remote cave. The card has a label that reads Baker. Well, that answers what happened to them. Or does it? What has acid? Mutants. For the most part. But there were no mutants down here. The acid hunters, however, were wielding acid pistols. They're the only group I'm aware of that uses them in the game. Actually, that's probably not true. I want to say that the Faceless wield them also. But I haven't fought very many Faceless. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. Anyway, with this information, let's go back. We'll talk to Vera. We'll let her know about this key card. And then we'll end the session here, everyone. I guess I could do a small mini review while I'm just walking. Yeah, so the game... You know what? I'm going to take this. No, we're not. Okay, we're not. Okay, you don't need to pick that up, Tim. It's fine where it's located. Graphically, the game's okay. Like, it's not the best-looking game in the world, but it's not terrible. You can clearly see what everything is. I do also really like that all the armor and weapons in the game, for the most part, when someone's wearing something, you can see what they're wearing. So that will tell you what it is you're dealing with, how to equip yourself when handling certain enemies. The titles that they have also hint as to what types of damage that they do, or what types of equipment they have on them, which I think is also super useful. The game is one of the better balanced games I have played, especially now after the psionic changes went in. The psionic powers now feel about on par with some of the stronger non-psionic builds in the game. It is my opinion that the original psionics in the game was really unbalanced. It was so easy. And while there was a lot of criticism levied at this game when Stig changed the psionics, because people really liked playing the way they like playing their psionicists that way. But oh man, it was so easy. I'm glad they made the changes that they made. They reined it in. It's still very powerful, and still, again, one of the more powerful builds you can go is a psionic user. A cave wizard is still extraordinarily powerful. Stealth, traps, psionics, so strong. in this game, especially on normal. But in any case, yeah, I like the changes for psionics. It feels more confined, but it's still strong. I like working within restrictions for games. I don't like having unlimited power in them. So I really like those changes. The sound is great in the game. Again, the writing is great. I like the story. It's a bit heavy-handed at the very end with 6. I think that the ending could be a little... I don't know if better is the correct word. I wish there wasn't as much exposition. And even then, a lot of 6's conversation at the very end of the game is, you're a human, you can't understand any of this. And I feel like, oh, that's kind of a letdown. But overall, it's a great game. And I have like 1,800 hours sunk into this game. It's great. Absolutely great. Vera, did this belong to the bakers? Vera inspects the card. Yes, it is, but why are you giving this to me? Where did you find this? What happened? I found it on a man's corpse in a deserted camp, located in the caves north of the rail crossing train station. I'm afraid that corpse was Terry's. Laura was nowhere to be seen. Vera opens her mouth to say something, but falls silent. Several seconds pass before she advances the conversation. This is very bad. The Bakers were wonderful people, and... Have you learned anything else about what happened to them? Any clues? Anything at all? Sadly, that is all I know. She nods several times. Laura's body wasn't there, you say? What if she's still alive? There was another pool of blood next to Terry's. Perhaps some animals dragged the body away. She frowns in disgust. Please, I don't want that image in my head. She makes a waving motion as driving away the dreadful image that was constructed inside her mind. She makes a lengthy pause, visibly distressed by the conversation. She then recomposes herself and continues. Well, thank you, Decker. I will take the key card and speak with the rest of the council about this. I will leave you now. Goodbye, Vera. We get 1 Oddie experience point for that. Alright, so... what other quests do we have left? These two are linked together. To get the cube, we have to institute short, so that's all for Southgate Station. We need to do the arena. We gotta do the gauntlet. God, I'm gonna hate this, but we should probably get those done. So those will be what we do in the next episode. The arena, I don't mind so much, but oh God, I hate the gauntlet. I hate it so much. I guess I don't have to do it. It's like 3 Oddie points though. Oh man. Oh, I hate it. I hate the gauntlet. I hate it. Free drones is done. Junkyard's done. Dude's all done. Road crossing is finished. Foundry's done. Jack Quicksilver quests are done. We're done with the Junkyard, the Scrappers. Camp Hawthorne's finished. Black Eel's finished. Yeah, we're all done. Okay, so next episode will be the arena. So no combat in this episode, but probably a lot of combat in the next one. How much money by the way do we have? 31,000 Stygian coins. Enough cash that we can get 5 sets? No. How many is that? 10? 10 Super Steel sheets, if we care about that. Because I'm still tempted to make a different weapon aside from the Power Fist we're using. But I need more electronics. What's my electronic skill? Oh, no. We're not going to have it even next level. I would want 110. And we'll probably have that very close by the time we're done with the Deep Caverns. Unless I want to bring some high-quality Super Steel plates with me down there. Alright, well, I'm doing a lot of babbling. Thank you all for watching. And when we come back, we will be slugging it out in the arena, quite literally. And I will see you guys then. Take care, everyone.